Focused listing is essentially the individual version of brainstorming. Rather than asking a group to come up with a list, you ask each individual to. You ask the participants to list anything that they can come up with in a short period of time, and you can move around the room while the learners are writing to get a feel for what they're writing. You could also use Padlet or another online resource so you can see what's being written. You can ask some of the learners to share their answers. Focus listing can be done in just a few minutes, or it can give you important information on how to tailor the remaining part of the presentation. When you use focused listing, give a short period of time, 1 to 3 minutes only. While brainstorming is a good technique for groups, focused listing is easier to control in a shorter time period, and it forces learners to think individually. Even in brainstorming sessions, there are always learners who hang back and allow others to do the thinking for them. However, you can use focused listing to start off a brainstorming session. I would sometimes use this technique and ask individuals to list 5 things about the topic and then compare their list with a neighbor and come up with 10 things. So if they had duplicates, they only had to come up with a few more. Then in small groups to come up with 20, and as a class to come up with 30, and so on. Naturally, that's more time consuming, and depending on the learning outcome, may not justify the time spent. I often use this in classes where students had to create projects to generate a plethora of good ideas around those projects. And then to close out the activity and debrief, we would dissect the list and discuss what made one idea better for the purposes than another. And you can also close by reviewing the common themes, addressing errors in reasoning, and so forth.